Hey folks, hope everybody's feeling safe and anxious to get back out to the library. World famous Magic Mike here to tell you about the magic of reading and a new book that I just wrote. Do you like rabbits? I love rabbits. And the book I just wrote is a tribute to my furry little pal, Petey the Magic Rabbit, a blue-eyed bunny. And we're going to get into this book today. Well, let's start with some magic. You know what I love about reading the most? It inspires your imagination. Now take a look at a painting, a black and white painting. Using your imagination, you can color this. And when you use your imagination and visualize, you can make something materialize. Imagine purple, yellow, green, blue. And like when you're reading a book, the imagination fills in all the gaps for you. Just like magic. Well, there's another magic rabbit, and we have a few of them here today in the Funhouse. It makes you happy when he does his magic. Do you like books? This is my latest book. It's a tribute to Petey the Magic Rabbit. Petey the Magic Rabbit, a blue-eyed bunny. Petey was so small he could fit into my shoe. His eyes were like skies, a beautiful blue. In the funhouse, there was always something to do. He made lots of friends he never knew. He was a star with his own dressing room. He made people happy and broke them out of their gloom. Wherever he appeared, the audience would smile. A hard-working rabbit, so sweet all the while. Petey looked funny when he took a bath. He always did something that made us all laugh. Truly loved by thousands, he had a #1 fan. That was his owner, the Magic Man. Together they did magic. He appeared and vanished too. You never knew what Petey the Magic Rabbit would do. The last of the litter and also the runt. He was a fan of all people and would do any stunt. Petey will miss you. We're just glad you were here. And your retirement lasted at least a full year.
Come on, keep it packed.
You are an amazing magician! How do you do that? Right here?
What in the wide world of sports?
Because sometimes bunnies just show up.
Okay, and just to let you know, that's alive. That's fully 100%.
Gentlemen, this is Norbert. He's my newest magic rabbit.
But what's up, Brett? You've been holding a rabbit this entire time and you haven't said anything?
And now introducing from the Magic Dragon Family Wonder Show, Daisy, the card-catching doggy.
Is that your card?
That was good, Daisy. Quickly, the talking dog here, inviting you to join the Magic Mike's Funhouse fan club. Simply send a self-addressed stamped envelope to P.O. Box, whatever that was back there, and join the fan club. Box 214, that's it. Santa Clara, 95050. See you in the Funhouse.
Okay, is everybody being safe? Lots of distance? Are you at least 6 feet away from each other? Or 5? I'd like to show you one more rabbit trick. I'd like to show you this one. This is a very magical rabbit, because if I put him in my hand right here and give him a little squeeze, look, he jumps over here to this hand. Plus his eyes change color. I don't know if you noticed that. They're pink, and if I rub them like this, now there's pink and blue. But there's no sense splitting hairs here. Watch carefully and I'll show you a little bit of rabbit magic. I put the blue bunny in this hand, and I give the one with the pink eyes a little squeeze here. Look, this one disappears and reappears right over here. Those are our bunny rabbits, Norbert and Petey. I'll place Petey or Norbert, I'll place them both in my hand and give them a little squeeze. Uh-oh. There is one thing rabbits are famous for. Multiplying. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Must be Norberta and Petey, a magic rabbit family. Are you ready for another rabbit trick?
Yeah.
Now remember, during this special time, try to avoid touching your face or your eye or your nose.
What?
Oh, I just did. Also, I think I got a hair in my eye.
Oh.
Oh, I do, and it's a purple hair. This is the Purple Rabbit Mystery. Are you ready, Freddy? Freddy the Rabbit. He's an amazing rabbit. I have this little home for him right here. And when I place him on this side, for whatever reason, I don't know how he does it, he's able to go and appear right over here on this side.
No way.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. And if you figure out how he does it, you let me know, because I don't have a single clue. As far as I can tell, this rabbit is actually a magic rabbit. So watch carefully
he already
now,
went over
because
there.
as you can see, he is no longer on this side
Oh, he's
here.
on the other side.
He is now on this.
Whoa. Whoa.
He was supposed to
What
be on that
happened?
side. Anyway, you saw me put him on this side right here, right? He's not there. Hold on a moment.
Oh, he's fast.
He's not there. He's really fast, isn't he? He's not there. If anybody sees the rabbit, you just let me know, okay? Because he's got me a little confused right now.
Oh, I can see him. I can see him.
Okay, well, hold on a moment. Maybe he is on this side right here. No, he's not there. He's not there.
Whoa.
That could
Where
only
did he
mean one
go?
thing. Hold on a moment. You guessed it. He's in my hat. How about that? And that's some good purple rabbit magic. And now it's time for some street magic. Just say stop. Right here. All right. Ten of spades. That'll work. Out of all these cards, use the ten of spades. Now what I want to show you next are these. These look like blank playing cards, but they're actually very special. So instead of blank playing cards, these are actually little plates. And with the aid of these plates, I can actually move some ink around. Let me show you here. So we'll take this ten of spades, for instance. All I have to do is simply take the ten of spades, squeeze it against this plate, and look, the ink actually transfers. And it makes the back of the card. So if you want to make the front of the card, you just go like this. Take a little squeeze, and it'll actually transfer as well. But the problem, of course, is that that's a reversed image, see? But that's okay, because we can take it and squeeze it against this one, and when we peel it apart, it makes a duplicate without a back, of course. Now, I also found that I can do a quick double exposure. I can take one of these blank cards, and if I squeeze it like that and squeeze it like that really quick, look what happens. Double exposure. Now, there's some other interesting things we can do too. Let's just take this 10 right here, and you see this blank card right here, for instance? If I just take this and press it against just the corner, I can actually get just the corner to print like that. But if you don't do it in just the right amount of time, you can actually smear the ink a little bit. But there's some fun stuff you can do too. Check this one out. I take it and squeeze, give it a little twist like that, and look what happens.
You want to buy some?
This is what it'll look like if you...
Sour Patch.
And lastly, if I take this, squeeze it, I can actually tap the pips all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I stuff on my pocket.
Nice. Presto print, presto print, presto print. Oh hey, Magic Mike here again, and hope everybody is staying safe during this very strange time. It's an excellent time to practice sleight of hand. Now, my first edition of the Klutz Book of Magic, it actually came in a plastic bag. So I came up with something to go with the plastic bag. I think you're going to enjoy this. All you need for this one is a plastic bag or a paper bag, or get one from around the house. I happen to have one from my bunny rabbit's favorite restaurant, IHOP. Remember restaurants, everybody? Ooh, you know what? One time somebody said, Magic Mike, you're not the Magic Mike I was thinking of. And I said, oh, you're probably right. There is a robot called Magic Mike. There's actually two, and this is part of my robot collection. Don't forget, I'm also a robot. And now for the invisible ball in the bag miracle. Using your plastic or paper bag, you reach into the bag and pull out one of these. An invisible ball. Can you see that? No, of course not. It's invisible. But you can hear it. Watch. You can hear it and see it land in the bag. Under the leg. Behind the back. Yeah. Here, take it. I'm going to throw it to you. Good, Genie. Toss it in the bag. Yes! Out there in YouTube land. Ready? You catch it. Toss it into the bag. Excellent! One last time. You in the blue shirt. Take it. Toss it into the bag. Guess I should have picked the person in the red shirt. Anyway, this is a really fun one to do. It's a snap. The secret is a snap. The secret is you snap. You snap your fingers by pushing your thumb against your ring finger and second finger to make that sound, kids. That's right. If you can snap, give me a thumbs up. In fact, give me a like. And don't forget to sub. Now all you do is hold the bag with the same hand that snaps, and it creates an illusion that something is actually landing in the bag. As long as the timing is good with the other hand, it should be perfect. Lots of practice. Because if it's too slow, it'll look like this. No es bueno. And if it's too fast, it'll look like this. So practice, practice, and you'll have a lot of fun with this bag trick. Hey! There are a lot of magic tricks you can make by yourself at home using cardboard. All the secrets are in the books at the library. And out of all of the library books I've ever read that taught me magic in the 793.8 section, the biggest magic word I ever learned was not abracadabra or hocus pocus, but the best magic word ever is simply thank you. Did you know if you have two of these, it's called a paradise? Well, we are in a paradise of magic right now, San Jose Magic, the magic shop, the secret part of the Funhouse. But I'd like to show you something very interesting about a die. How many sides does it have? What's that? You in the red shirt.
6.
Okay, in the chat room somebody said there were 9 sides to a die.
What?
Yeah, but you know that you can't believe everything you read in a chat room or a comment. Well, let's take a look here. There's 1 dot, 2 spot, 3 spots, 3 sides, that's 4 sides, that's 5 sides, and 6 sides, and 7 sides, and 8 sides.
What?
I'll be darned if there aren't 9 sides.
Wow!
Well, you learn something every day.
Is it safe to come out now? It is? Are you sure? Okay. Hi, kids! How are you? Are you all ready? Excuse me. Are you all ready to learn some more magic? Well, then you're in the right place. Here he is! Magic Mike!
Are you ready to learn some more magic tricks? Well, since you're visiting the San Mateo Public Library website for this special show, I'm going to teach you some. Of course, all magic is steeped in secrecy, but we are experiencing a lot of surprises today, especially the fact that I'm going to show you one of my favorite mysteries. A purple piece of yarn. Not just one, I've got a couple down here. This is my favorite color. Can you see both pieces of yarn here, Magic Genie?
Yes.
Would you please pull out your hand? I'm going to place both pieces in your hand, and I'd like you to just close your hand. Oh, let's make sure all the ends go in there too. I haven't done anything sneaky yet, but watch. Open your hand.
Whoa.
And notice both pieces have become one piece. Now the explanation for this amazing yarn trick is very simple. You need one specific thing, any kind of yarn with an equal number of strands. 4 to 6 strands is best. This yarn I got at a local craft store, and I counted the number of strands in it simply by taking a little test of the yarn and untwisting it. You see, yarn is made up of several strands that are twisted together. If you twist in one direction, it gets tighter. If you twist in the other direction, it gets looser. And when it gets loose like this, you can see how many strands there are. You see we have 4 different colors that make up that purple color, and you can see there are 4 strands. See that? Now, you want to go toward the middle of the yarn, find the 4 strands, and start to pull the yarn apart to about the size of a silver dollar, about that big. Now here is the magic of this yarn. All you do is you twist each end like this and kind of pinch the ends. Now you've created an illusion. It just looks like a couple of pieces of yarn overlapping each other. It looks like this, and the audience thinks they're seeing 2 ends. Unbeknownst to them, these 2 ends are actually just part of the middle of the yarn. So you set the trick up so that the ends are sticking out, the false ends, and you ask somebody to hold their hand out. Thank you, Jeannie. You place the fake ends in their hand and make sure when they close their hand, it's covered up. Now the next thing you do is pull on the ends here. Jeannie's going to open her hand so you can see what happens inside it, because when you pull the yarn, those fake ends that we made end up going back inside the yarn. You pull the yarn tight and you destroy any evidence, and it just looks like one piece. Now you're doing magic. There's always an opportunity to give somebody a rose, and you can be cheap about it too. This one's made out of a napkin. Would you like to learn a cool little craft project? You can also do magic with the rose like this. Look, I put it in my hand, I blow on it, and it appears to float in the air. I hold it with my thumbs like this. I cover it with my hands and blow on it, and look, floats in the air. Whoa. A paper rose I can give as a gift to Magic Genie.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you how to make one of these. I got a particularly large piece of napkin here. They come in all different sizes. You can use the square ones you find at restaurants, if you're ever allowed back in the restaurant. All you do is take a piece of napkin and you roll it into a loose tube. A loose tube about halfway, just like this. Now, you take one of the corners and you're going to fold it up to about halfway along the length of the tube. So a corner is sticking out a little bit. Once you've done that, you simply squeeze here underneath that corner and twist, twist, twist to begin to make the base of the rose. Now right above this little corner, You pinch and twist, 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 until you get to a few inches from the top of the remainder of the paper. As you can see, it's starting to look like a rose already. So we're going to neaten this up a little bit. Bring this around. Going to push inside a little bit. Give it a little bit more shape and crunch the top. Twist it really tight at the base there so it doesn't come undone. Ooh, it's really starting to look good now. Now I'm going to make this thorn. This is going to be a thorn of the rose. I'm going to make that a little smaller to make it look a little more realistic. So all this has to be really tight. It's okay if this is twisted one direction opposite from this one. The main thing is it has to be twisted really tight at the base there. The thorn pokes out, and you have yourself a magic rose. Watch carefully as the rose appears to float in the air. Ooh, how does he do it? Ooh, ooh.
Magic Mike.
What's that?
Magic Mike, show them this trick.
You think I should show him how to do this trick?
Yes.
The Magic Rabbit of San Jose Magic wants you to learn this secret. So we're going to show you how to do it. Now I've taken a trick that we usually do with magic wands or pencils or rulers or any long cylindrical object, and I've simply done it with a paper rose. You hold the rose like this, and you appear to hold your wrist to steady your hand. And then you slowly bring your fingers out and it looks like it's floating. Amazing. But what I've really done is, once I grab my wrist, I swing my finger out and push it against the palm of my hand. Believe it or not, people aren't concentrating on what's right in front of them, the fact that one of the fingers is missing, because they're looking at the rose. So after you spread your hand wide open and make it look like it's floating for just a moment, you grab the rose and you swing your finger back without letting them see it, and then show the rose. Now the second version I did, it looks like I simply put my hands around the rose like this and grab it with my thumbs. I grab it with my thumbs first, that's a little tricky, and then I bring my hands around like this. When I slowly remove my thumbs, the rose not only floats, it can go back and forth or forward before I catch it. This one's really fun. It's a little harder to do. Once you push your thumbs on the rose like this, it looks like you're just bringing your hands together like this, but you're really taking your two middle fingers and ducking them in as you put your hands together. As I do that, I am gripping the rose with my two middle fingers. So from the other angle, it looks like this. Now that I have the rose and I've put my hands together here so they can't see that gap, you don't want it to look like this. You want to push your knuckles together so they can't see it. And just like the other technique, they're not counting your fingers. They don't know two of them are missing and doing your secret work. Now you slowly remove your thumbs, and all you have to do is move your fingers back and forth like this, and it looks just like it's floating. When it's time for the effect to end, and you pretend it's floating toward the person, you just take your fingers apart and say, that was a close one. The Magic Rose.
Card Trickery by Michael Stroud. Check it out. Learn some amazing card tricks. Or go to the San Mateo Public Library, where you'll find a lot of magic books. Keep studying, have fun, and remember, there's still a lot of magic in this world.
That's right. And thanks for joining me today, everybody. I'll see you next time in the Funhouse.
Meow.